Hi, I'm Exesis, and this is Terraformers. So we're continuing the Red Planet Awaits mission, where we just need to collect score. So we just finished off this turn in the last episode, so we'll go right over. And we get an election here. And we need to look at which ones we have to choose from. So we got Henry Carnegie, who is he helps with heating up the planet and reduces the construction cost of mines. That's a good one. And then you got Hope O'Malley, who is good with support, gains extra support for a lot of different things. So let's pop out of this one. I would recommend to always pop out of them and just take your bearings before and see what you're planning on doing. We got our research projects too. We'll come back to them in a bit. There's two of them here that are interesting. And let's see if we are going to build very many mines the next few turns. So first off, we finish this technology that we can destroy rocks for cheaper with. And to apply this one, we just press it and we add it up here. And then it comes up into the corner here where you have all your specializations and technologies and any temporary buffs or debuffs that you'll get. You can have some popping up here. Now we could use one of Misha's abilities this turn too. That might be something to get an extra life form. We want to explore this tile so we can settle this city. We don't have the food for it for another 4 turns or something. And we need the water, which will also take 4 turns. And there's one mine here at least. There's probably no mine there. There's going to be a mine up here, Tritanium one, which is one we don't have yet. So that's very nice that we have that one there. And we have another silicates mine here that we can reach from this one. This is a small hint, so this is not going to be a mine, and both of these are going to be either a settable location or one of these special things like sandstones or canyon views. I don't think we've found any canyon views yet. There's probably going to be one down here somewhere too. And we don't have any mines that we can see along here. There's 2 big science nodes and there's a big exploration milestone, but all the other ones are small hints. So no mines around Bernard. Around Olympus Mons we got a nitrate mine here. We don't really need a nitrate mine. We won't have a mine here. We won't have a mine there. There's no mine here. We do have 2 here. And this one we could probably expand to fairly easily. And we got another mine up there. There's a nitrate one and no mines there. So it doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of mines. We are running a deficit on our support. So I would say that the O'Malley is probably the better choice for us at this point. Even though getting cheaper mines, the specialization is something that will carry over all the time. But a mine, it isn't the most expensive one. We save 1 power and 1 titanium per mine. It does make a big difference on the large mines. I don't think we've found any large deposits of anything yet. Maybe this one was... yeah, we didn't know. That was a power plant. Alright, so we will start with exploring this one. And we can probably... how much does it cost in energy? That's 3 energy. We might want to spend this one exploring further away. And these ones are going to be quite cheap, and these nodes are quite cheap. Or we could use it to explore so we get a little bit further. That's just going to cost 2 after we've settled this location though. Well, we'll explore this one. Alright, so we found a canyon view here. We get some support and some water. In the canyon view you can build a viewpoint tower, which will give you comfort of living. And comfort of living is the one that gets multiplied by everything. So it adds as 1 here, which is multiplied by your population. So comfort of living is a good one if you're planning on having a lot of population there, which means that, and this is in a lava tube already, so it's got 4 from radiation protection. So this is a very good location to build a high populous city. And we got this good nice 4 zone in the middle here, with one that gains extra support as well. And we could probably add in some extra ones over on. And this is a good location too, since it gets the 4 there. So we've got at least 5 good spots for housing, and we could take use of this one too and get another 2 in here. So this could be a very good high population city, which means it's going to expand to a lot of these different nodes. And then looking at it that way, where we've got 3 mines. Let's go back in here and we'll check these out, what we might be using. Getting the heat up could be good. We're going to be mostly exploring, I think, around the new area. We don't want to spend our water, we get too little water. And this is a 10 support per population, so that one would be good when we have that big high population city. And that's 1 support per turn for every 8 buildings, so that's not a lot. I actually think we will go with Carnegie. But I think we might want to select a life form. We've got our 2 life forms here. And neither of them generate heat. We don't have anything that generates heat. We might want to have something that generates heat. We will need heat and water to be able to plant any kind of forests. Well, let's we'll take a chance. So we can't, this is one of the actions that you can't revert. You've got an undo button here for some of the things. If you build a building, you can undo it, but if you explore a location or you press this, I think this life form 1 is 1 as well. But if we press this one, now we can see these. We'll see if we can take it out. So now we want to have the one that's going to be easiest to get. This is 1 temperature and 1 rainfall. And the tundra forest is just 1 rainfall. So this one means we need to raise the temperature up to... Oh, we could actually look at those before. No, we've already got this one, so we got this as a pending event, and it says it's not possible to revert it, so that's good. So you can't just look now, that wasn't the life forms I wanted this time. But if we then look, if we have anywhere that is... The temperature here is -1, so that's going to be a problem. And this is -4 in... or we need to raise the sea level for them. This one should be -3, too, I think. So we need to fully get the oceans up to be able to do anything there. This one here is, if we just raise the ocean levels by 1, we can in Tarsis have a tundra forest. And the temperature is 0. So I think we're going to go with the tundra ones. This is 1 temperature and 2 away from 2 rainfall. And down here we got the temperature is really cold down here, but the tundra one doesn't care about the temperature. Maybe it actually needs to come up to 0 for it, but we got rainfall there. So that'll be a wet zone too, once we can. And those are the ones we can view. So we're gonna go and get the tundra forest. Now we need the plant spreader, which needs a lot of nitrates. So we're gonna have to collect nitrates for this one. And it doesn't say anything about heat here, so I think just having the 1 rainfall would be enough. So we will pick that. And that gives us also, it's gonna take us about 10 turns to get the nitrates to build this. And we can place it down there on the rocky plains. And during that time we need to get 30 water so we get some rainfall going. And if we check back here on the research projects, we have a space project. Now this uses our trail. I'll show it when we get out there. And the homesteads is also quite a good one. It provides a lot of support per turn. This is how the Martians like to live. And another greenhouse farm. We're doing fine for food at the moment. We would need more. This would be a very good one for our lava tube city. Well, I hope we get more of those. This one is something we need to do the next 10 turns to be able to plant any kind of trees on the planet. So we're gonna import the oceans from Ceres, and then we get this space projects bar. We can have 3 space projects, and to be able to actually do them, we need to... we can only... I think one of our trade routes is... no, we don't have any more. No, we should have more. The maximum... Oh, we can only export 1. I do have 2 trade routes. Oh, because I'm still exporting water, of course. So now we could do that. That gives us 4 turns until our tritanium runs out. So we need to find some new tritanium. We got the tritanium mine here. This should be a decent amount of it. Hopefully it'll be more than 5 so we can finish it off. Otherwise we'll have to look for more of it. And the titanium we've already got there. So we'll put them up one on one for now. And once that is finished we need to apply it, and it disappears up into this little menu up here. So we got our technology here, we got our space projects here, we got the exploration satellites for free on turn 8 I think. And then our specializations. And these ones haven't been activated yet, but you're supposed to be able to look at all your cities here and all your climate zones there once they've implemented those features. Alright, so we used her skill, and we will select Carnegie here. Let's see if we can get some heat going. And this one produces a little bit more heat per mine. So you can, than this one. But you get, if you have a lot of support, you can use this one instead. We're running a deficit of support, so we'd be better off doing this one. Now, even if we did this every turn we have him for 10 turns, that means that we would get 40, so we would get a heat. But then we're not doing any kind of exploration with him, and we need to explore a little bit as well. Alright, so let's get this turn over with. There's nothing more we can do. So here we get another rising expectation, so we'll end up at minus 36. So we're within 10 turns of losing the game at the moment. And we got some extra power turbines. These ones can be built on water as well, which is nice when the planet is starting to flood. This one gives a comfort of living for every robot, which is nice, especially if you have a lot of robots in your city. And a school which provides a little bit of support and a little bit of science. That's a fairly good one too. We do need our food for other ends though. Okay, so we got a dust storm raging here too. We don't really have any robots here. We have the road paver depot, and we have 2 robots here. So we would get here. We would get 1 comfort of living, and we've got 4 population here, I think now. So that would be 4 support, which wouldn't be all that bad. And we could always add more robots later down the line as well. But we don't have enough, and it's a fairly cheap one. It's just science. And the science we have in abundance, and we're not saving up to use it for anything else at the moment. So I think we'll pick that one and we'll put it down here next turn. We've got another expansion here in Bernard as well. And yeah, we've still got 3 more turns until we can pound this one. And now the rocks only cost 1 power to remove. So that's nice. We got 3 to remove up here as well. So we're definitely gonna be able to make good use out of this technology we got. Since we're not producing that much power, we do want to explore a location though. And we don't want to explore this one just yet, I think. We can explore it once we're down to 0 we might be able to find one closer by that's cheaper. And if you want to explore in Dust Storm or Sandstorm, it'll cost you some extra support, so we don't want to explore up here right now. This one might be a good one. It'll give us some support and nitrates and water. We already got the water. We would need some more food to get that faster, but food isn't something you can see where you have it. Silicates, and we might be able to, if we take the science one here, to get the science to put down this building already. Yeah, I found a crystal cave. Here we can either protect the natural heritage, and this one just gives flat support. Or we can mine the silicates, and we get 2 per turn from this one. So these are both quite good options. This one costs support as well, since we're destroying a crystal cave that they'd like to have as a natural heritage. Now let's pop down into Bernard here, and we will put down the robotic automated workforce. It raises our comfort of living by 1, and that's multiplied by 4, so we got 4 more support per turn from that. And this one reduces support, but produces titanium. If we have a titanium producing mine, that's a good one. Got some more exploration satellites, which is quite a cheap one since it uses science, which is usually in abundance, and silicates, which has quite few uses as of yet, and a research center. We will pick that in a little bit, I think. We've got 1 more turn until we can build our city. And once we settle that, we want to have, and we want to build this courthouse too. It would probably be good to have here, since it's 2 comfort of living and we're planning on having a lot of population here. We do need to increase our... the android hub might be a good one to build down here in Bernard to get more robots. As with the cultured meat lab, we need some science for that one. So let's try to explore a sciencey location. I'll take this one with a big beaker. I found a large meteorite here. And this is also something you can either harvest it for titanium or build a research station and get some research per turn. And we do actually have enough funds to do either. And getting some more titanium wouldn't be a too bad idea. We need it for the courthouse, we need it for the CO2 factory, and for the windmills. We now have enough to build the cultured meat lab, so that would be a nice one to put down as well. Maybe we can put the meat lab down. I probably want to save this one for next turn. And we can put the meat lab down here on the fertile soil. And we want the courthouse over there too. And expanding out here will reduce our support by 1 per turn, which we're not really in the right location to do so just yet. We could harvest it and we can use that location for one of these in a bit. But we'll save that. Actually, if we harvest it, we could place down the windmills there right here on the same turn. I think that's worth it to gain some more power. We will harvest that and we will build the windmills there directly. It gives us a use of that tile this turn. That brings it down again by 1. And I think now we need to select a card as well. So this one would be a nice one. We don't really have the support, I think, for it. We have 1 mine here, and we can could hook up 2 more. And that means that each of the mines will produce double titanium but -2 support. And titanium will start to come into a lot of use now. So I think we will pull up this one. And I'm thinking we remove this rock. I got this nice, probably gonna grow food here. So let's put the beam printer down there. And yeah, then we're up to 2 titanium here, but we lost some more support. We will try to fix the support here in a little bit. We still got plenty of turns to do so. Now this is an interesting one, a combined living center. Got another cultured meat lab, which would also be good. This one gives both population and robots. And then we got an oxygen factory, which we can't afford either way. This one's going to be another about 5 turns until we can use, a little bit more. No, 5 turns until we can place down. And we've got the cultured meat lab. We already got one of those. I'd really like to save up on the nitrates. We will take this one. I think we can select it in a little bit. First off, we're going to build our new city down here in the lava tube. So we want to found the city. New Monaco. We're gonna rename it. We'll have a yellow city this time, I think. And we want to expand outwards towards this location. But we do want to place down the farm right here this turn. We could have it in either one of these locations. Would give it... Having it here, we probably want to fill out these 4 spots first. So let's put it down there. Now we get 8 support per turn for this one. We will remove that rock. We'll place down the cultured meat lab. We get 2 more food per turn. And we get some more, 3 more support from this one as well. So we're already in a much better place than we were just a few seconds ago. And now we have a shorter route here to explore over here. So we will pop off. We collected the 4 titanium. We needed 5, so we need to find yet another one. Got some extra food that knocks 2 turns off our... if we choose the other one, we could build a courthouse right now then, actually. That's basically what we got for free there. And here we have another small hint of titanium. So let's use the satellites and get the titanium there. And we got some power as well, that was nice. Let's, oh, this one's gonna be the Marineris, of course. I think I spelled that right. No, there's something's wrong there. There's a E too much. There we go. And we probably want to put down that courthouse since we got that for free. I want to save this location for another house to take advantage of this one. And the courthouse does not give anything to adjacency. So let's knock down that rock and put the courthouse there. Raises our comfort of living by 1 more, or 2 more from the courthouse. And that means we get 2 more support because we only have 1 population here at the moment. But as soon as we get another one in, we start getting a lot more support per turn from this city. So this is going to be a city that primarily focuses on getting a lot of support to be able to keep up with the minor support we get for being out of range here, and from the mines here, these will also be out of range. We want to place the Android hub up here, I think. That way we can expand out to these titanium mines. We can get a lot of titanium. No, we still need to choose one, so we will choose the combined living center there. And we pop over and we get another technological advancement. And we can choose from megastructure design. It's for, we gain 10 random resources back for expensive buildings. We haven't got anything that's this expensive. Actually, the combined living center probably might be under this one. There's a lot of science to unlock. Here we get 10 extra science from terraforming parameters, so it's a one-time boost every time we increase the level here. And reverse engineering. So selling a project we get support instead of science. So we don't really need that one either. Let's see what the combined... we got another one here too. We can import the oceans from Saturn. We can build a miner's cottage. That would be a good one for up on Olympus Mons, since we have a lot of mines up there. And a think tank condominium gives both science and population. I think we'll go with the miner's cottage here, because I know we're going to get a good amount of support out of that one. And let's bump that one down for now. And we have the, we wanted to see how much this one costs. This one costs 36. We don't actually have anything that is that expensive just yet. But this one is the cheaper one too. We'll take the megastructure design. We can keep it on here on hand for a bit if we want to. Here our plant spreader or bacteria spreader has gotten another something to spend, so we will try to get these in. And then we can see up here it's yellow. That means we already have a bacteria running there. Red means of course that it's too cold or there's something wrong. Bacteria can't live there. And we've got the same thing here, so we want to see a little bit which ones overlap. So in South Serenum we can't put them in. These are the ones. And we also have the recharge time up here. So we probably want to do these first, since those are 8 research in increasing the atmosphere will increase comfort of living on the planet. So I think we will start off with putting, probably want to go here where we have, that's a 9 turn one and 9 turns there too. You can see this small clock above here. So we probably want to put, let's put them in here. And that increases the speed we're gaining atmosphere in. Which of course is good. Each point of atmosphere will add radiation protection. Once it's increasing it up. We shouldn't increase it down here in the lava tube though. I think this is already maximum. But we'll see in 4 turns when we get that. Alright, so we had quantum data center, public baths, and windmills. Baths are okay. I would like to have a domed park in the Marineri city. And we might have some use for some more science. Just to kind of boost up the base there a little bit. And in here, I don't think we need to do anything in Bernard. We need to expand Olympus Mons. To do that we need to put down the Android hub. And to put down the Android hub we need more titanium, since we don't have any titanium. We've been using it all. And we also want to collect these nitrates. We get some nitrates, some titanium, and some power. We want the nitrates to be able to build the plant spreader. Because when this one finishes in a few turns, we can build the plant spreader. Okay, so we have enough to build the quantum data center. We only have 1 construction slot here, but the Android hub creates more building slots, so we can place that one down even if it is a full city. And we kind of wanted to use this quad for something. And we have the combined, we've got the miner's cottage to build here too. So we kind of want to put up another food farm here, I think. Let's put down the quantum data center right there for now. Just so we gain the science from it. and it's using resources that we're not using for anything else and that we have a decent supply of, a decent stockpile of. Okay, and this is also something that can happen. So we ended up with a sandstorm, and it's damaged the structure of a building. Luckily it was only one building, but if you see there, it now provides -10 support per turn, and every damaged building will provide -10 support. So we were lucky it was only one this time. Let's get rid of that one. And none of the mines around here seems to be damaged either. And to fix this one, we can either pay the 15 food, or it'll tick down by 1 resource per turn. So that's a shame. That's going to set us back, well, 2 turns for getting another population. But fixing this one is probably the better choice, rather than losing 150 support waiting for it to auto repair. So we'll get rid of that one, or repair that one, and take that little bit of a setback. We will keep exploring. This is a sandstorm up here, so we don't really want to go up to those. We can grab this one here, or do we have anything closer to here? Because we're going to get a lot of expansion points off this one here. No, we'll go down to this one gets the titanium we want. So we'll grab that. We found a crater. That's nice. Could build another city down here. This has silicates and titanium. That's quite nice mining city. It's a shame this one wasn't in the middle there, but we got a quad here too. We need to tear that one down to make use of it though, which really sucks. And it's a little bit close to Olympus Mons. But we're going to expand mostly upwards here. So it might be useful anyway. Okay, so next turn we're going to have to switch these around. Let's check our research projects. We've got a habitation module, a hyperdronic farm, and a power plant. And now this power plant produces 3 power if it's on top of a hill. It costs science and silicates. So that is a very good pick if we have a good location for it. And we don't seem to have could be one hidden down here, of course. That one's going to get flooded. I don't have anything really close there either. We do have a crater here with silicates and an anomaly. That's right between our cities and not really anywhere we want to be. So that could be an option to build it on top of that crater. And yeah, I think this is probably a good location. Then we need to add more population in here, or more robots, preferably. And we want to add the Android hub up here to be able to get these mines. And that means putting down something that we can't really make use of the power plant there, it seems. Not immediately anyway. And the other option was a hyperdronic farm, which costs a lot of water. And a habitation module. We already got the combined living center and the miner's cottage, so we don't need one of those. We'll grab the power plant for now, even if I don't think we can actually make good use of it anytime soon. We could always place it on a flatlands tile, like this one, and then move it to a high location. Since once we have them, we can relocate them, and it would take four turns to relocate it up here if we wanted to. And here we can switch, or it replaces that one, so it destroys the landing pad if you move it into one that's already got something on. And it's obviously out of action while it's moving. Okay, so we got a hospital, plant spreader. We haven't been able to build the one we already have, and a planetary engineering lab. Now this is a space project that we could make use of. but I don't think we're gonna add up some more so we fill up the trade route, and then we might use the trade routes instead to gain resources that we actually need. And we don't really want the hospital either, I think. Actually, the hospital might be a decent one for Olympus Mons, and it doesn't cost resources that we need for anything else. As soon as the ocean importation here is done. So we're gonna need 3 more for that. And the hospital costs, where did it go? It's all the way over here, 4. So we need more titanium. And I think there was more up here. So we will use our satellites to see how much we get there. We got 3, perfect. And we got another mine up here too. And now we want to get some more. The Sandstorm is abated from here, so we can explore up here again. And we will... Do we want to go there or there? Well, we do need the nitrates as well, more than we need extra power. Okay, so next turn we will be able to build the Android hub here and expand our titanium factory. Hospital we can place, or we can put the megastructure design down. And yet again, none of these buildings cost more than 40, so this one doesn't gain us anything right now. Adding the hospital will give us 8 support per turn, because we're going to place it down here, so we gain 1 extra from the headquarters. And we need to increase the population here too. Okay, so we need the Android hub before we can put down the hospital. And we don't have anywhere to put that one. And I think there was there, we selected the hospital. So we'll just pop over to the next turn. And now the expectations rise yet again. So this just keeps getting harder and harder. It now turned red and it's saying that within 10 turns we're going to lose if we can't get everything together here. The giant space mirrors. This now would be a good space project. This would increase the heat by 1 when it's completed. We don't use the silicates for anything else. We have the silicates we need. And the only other thing we have that uses silicates is this power plant, and we have enough over for it. But this train station. Train stations are so good. This reduces the negative support per turn of distant locations, and it provides 4 expansions. And it came just as we were about to put down the Android hub. Which means that we're going to pick the train station. And we're going to select Olympus Mons for the train station, I think. Now we need the extra population here too. We do want the miner's cottage up here. And that is 2 turns away. Oh, now it was hard. We could place down the Android hub here and get our expansions right now. We won't have the titanium to build the mines anyway, so the expansions won't be useful until we actually get something. But now that we have this train station, we can expand to these locations without the distance penalty. So up to 2, we get one out you get for free, and then a bus station gives 2 and a train station gives 3. And then there's a hyperloop that gives up to 4 out. But this means Olympus Mons can expand out to this deposit and this deposit. And whatever's down here could expand down to there and up to here. And obviously down to this one and probably down to this one. Without getting distance penalty. So this can be a really big city with this one. We probably want to have a train station or something down here, since we know there's going to be a lot of population going on down there. But I'd rather have the miner's cottage in here. So we're going to hold off a little bit on that. And that means we can't build a hospital here just yet either. So we're going to have the miner's cottage, the hospital and the train station all down here. And have the hospital here. But this might not be a food triangle then. And the question is if we want to use the Android hub down here. It'll increase the comfort of living by 1. Can probably hope, no, it doesn't say anything, but this one will give an extra 1. And then we get 3 expansion points from this city, which we haven't explored. We said we could build the power plant here. We don't really need the power right now either. If we're gonna wait 2 more turns, we could probably get this one out of the way, since at the moment we need to drop a project. We don't really want to drop any of these. And we do need to make something with this. That would give us 4 expectations. We're gonna get another from rising expectations. That's plus 4 again. And some of these choices are quite hard when you have to decide what you want to do. From 1 more population we should get 3 more slots, which is enough to build the hospital and the train station and all the mines up here. Down here we have 2 slots. We could build the CO2 factory down here. That'll give us a quite useful effect right now and start heating up the planet. Not by a lot though, but it's every little counts. And if we want to spend some of our city locations here for a factory, would probably be over, because we probably want to put something beside this one as well. Yeah, we don't want the CO2 factory in here. There's really no good spot for it if we're gonna go high population there. Could put the CO2 factory down here and just have this one not expand very much in the future. We don't have enough to put would really like to put this plant spreader down as soon as possible. This is going to finish next turn. Well, what more resources could we use? We probably want to import some nitrates then. And let's export some. I can probably export some food. We're gonna be in 2 turns anyway. It's gonna take longer for the next one after. And let's export some power. We've got excess of it. Or do we want to export science instead? It's just for 1 turn or a few turns. And let's export some science. We don't need this one, and we have plenty for the hospital. Where can we? Yeah, we can explore somewhere. We can see if we can. Let's take the nitrates up here. And then we got another rocky plain. Okay, so we'll put the Android hub down here. We can expand to these 2 locations. One of them we put the plant spreader on, the other we put the power plant on. Power plant will give us more power and something more to export from there. Alright, so then we have a plan. We put the Android hub down there. That'll give us some more comfort of living. We get another one when this one is done. We will expand out there this turn. We will build the power plant there. This gives us 3 per turn. And now we have enough space to continue on to the next turn. Everything is used. Okay, so we got the atmosphere up 1 level. So we got 100 support. We're floating for another few turns. We don't need more power now, I think. This one would be nice. I think we're going to go with the eco homes. They cost less food. And we do want to have the miner's cottage here. This will give us a lot of extra support. Especially when all those other mines are online. We just need to wait until the next turn. Okay, so we need to get some more support. We need to explore these support locations, I think, now. Let's go over here. That gives us another 25 support. We're starting to run out of support very quickly right now. Okay, so we can build the plant spreader. That means we pop it up there. And we selected the... Oh yeah, we need this water first, so we're going to import the water. And we get another 100 support. And the oceans come up. This also means we have some rainfall, which doesn't count towards the comfort of living. But when we plant these trees, they give 2+ support if there is a city in the climate zone. We can't have it down here in Marineris nor in Bernard, but up here on Larsis, Olympus Mons can have it. That was so nice. That it's around the mountain, it knows it can't go up there. And then we get from... We should get some extra support here from the... maybe that starts first next turn. +2 support per turn if the climate zone has a city. So it's... yeah, we get it from the tundra forest there in Tarsis, +2. And from the tundra forest is prestige as well. And the expectations is -100, of course, so. Next turn it should be... we should be able to boost it up just a little bit more. Of course these mines cost as well. And we've already explored somewhere this turn. Did we pick something? Yes, we did. And we have trade routes. We want to get the population up there as soon as possible. I think we will... yeah, we can trade science for it. We got the plant spreader now, so we don't need to import nitrates. We're going to import more food. Just try to get the food up. When we get the next population, we got something up here called enthusiasm. So once the next population is settled, we get this number underneath here too. So that's 46 if we were to settle one this turn, and it's +7 for the next turn. That's a one-time boost from the people who wanted to come here. Let's pop over here again. Temperate forests or metallidurans. I don't think either of these are really good. I think we go with the temperate ones because we have 2 bacterias. We will go with these instead. This one would give us 3 more support per adjacent, so we could... and it's quite a cheap one as well. But that means you need to... no, you don't actually need to produce anything for it. We will save this decision a little bit because we got a bunch to do down here first. So we want to take the miner's cottage. We'll pop this one in here. And we want the hospital. We will pop that one in there. That starts to put this on the right edge of everything. We don't really need to put the train station down now. We got 1 extra expansion. So we will pop out... no, we don't really need to take the route up there either at the moment. We'll grab this one first. And this one produces 2 titanium and -2 support. But since we have the miner's cottage here, it also gives us +1 support for having... for being close to a mine. So it's only actually -1 for each of these. It's quite nice that we have both of them there. Oh, and it's -1 for being far away as well, of course. And that would be something to put the bus station down already now. Or the train station. We know we're gonna want the train station down here. Let's clear out those rocks and we can put the train station all the way over here. That's fine for now. Then we still have the option of doing something with this even once we build the house here. And we don't really have any reason to expand out towards this one yet. This mine is going to cost us 3 to build. And we can do that next turn. And then we're going to start rolling in titanium, which is nice. Alright, so we want to go exploring. And I think we've got one expansion from here. We want to find something that gives comfort of living, I think. So let's try to... Do we want the science or do we want the nitrates and silicates? Science is probably more useful. So we've got some sandstones. Could convert this one into guided tours for 5 support per turn. And how much? We have 4 population here, right? Yeah. So maybe that would be a decent one. A canyon overlook would only give, or would give 1 comfort of living, which is 4 support per turn in Bernard. But it would also be -1, so that would be 4 anyway. We kind of need a bus station in Bernard. Let's grab the exploration satellites down here. So we found a lava tube. And no specials at all down here. Just a big lava tube. Alright, we need to select a project. And that one would be +12 support if we built it over in Marineris, here in the middle, once we have them all filled out. So that's not a too bad choice, and it's pretty cheap as well. It only costs food. We would rather use the food for housing though. Getting some extra exploration satellites costs mostly resources we aren't going to use. And we could probably start, would be 8 turns of trade routes though. But it's, yeah, we're gonna get those satellites up and running as soon as possible. Just not gonna shorten that out anyway. Okay, so election year. So Henry Carnegie is retiring, and we got Mariam Fayed, who is a robotics expert. Gives us extra power for each new power or each 6 new power we produce. Can produce 3 drone hubs. And you can gain 3 extra projects proposed and some extra science. And we got Aisha Katari, who gives us titanium for each rock we're tearing down. We've got lots of rocks down in the lava tube to tear down. And here we can convert some silicates into lots of titanium. It's also a very good one. And we can build a sewage treatment plant in cities that have more than 4 population to gain +1 water. We don't have very many water places, so this one might be good. I think we're gonna go with Aisha here. We're just gonna check where we are at before we select anything. Now the bus station, this is something we needed in Bernard. And this gives some free expansions too, so we might be able to tear down some of the robots for that. It'll be a net gain. We could import more oceans, but we need to start building the dikes for that. We're getting the titanium to build the dikes though. And a landing pad to get some extra trade routes. I think we will go with the bus station. We know we need a bus station here in Bernard. I don't know what we want to replace. We can probably replace the titanium thermal generator. We need to get some titanium up and running before that though. And so we want to get this mine up and running. We probably want to have a train station here too, because this is going to get a lot of expansions. And it's expensive to go up there, so we're probably going to wait for the satellites to be able to take that one. Can press this one and the satellites are in 2 turns. We've got some titanium over here we could explore for, or tritanium. And that doesn't really matter if we've got Carnegie or the new one. But I think this will be all for this episode. So we'll take care of this turn next run. Thank you for watching. Take care and see you in the next episode.